The sky was as blue as his scales, and a few ragged and broken clouds rode on the wind. The place had a peaceful, empty sort of feel, and the dragon breathed out a sigh and began to slowly relax. He tensed when his scaly ears picked up a rustling sound. Wings. With great caution, Cordyite looked up. Two groups of shapeless masses were flying high in the sky from opposite directions. As they drew closer and larger, Cordyite realized with a jolt that they were dragons, about 100 in each group. Before Cordyite could react to the sudden revelation, the two groups landed on opposite sides of the clearing. Everything was still. Even the wind stopped, and the dust from the dragon's landing seemed to freeze in midair. Then, a black dragon and a white dragoness came forward from one of the crowds. Cordyite gaped in awe. From his own tribe, these were the leaders, but only younger. Now that he looked closer in the crowd, he realized that he was seeing the elders of his tribe, but they were still in their youth. Cordyite wondered, have I gone back in time? He was then struck by another thought. Can they even see me? Confused, yet curious, he leaned over and waved his tail in front of a dragon not too far away. No response. The white dragon stopped, while the black dragon, King Onyx, continued to walk to the opposing crowd. Asbestos, we meet again, he stated, loud enough so that every dragon could hear. A gray dragon with barely open eyes stepped out from the crowd and walked towards the king. He was handsome, but in a cold, bleak way. His body was thin, and it seemed as if he could get out of even the most slippery situations. He reminded Cordyite of a serpent. Despite his thinness, hard muscles rippled under his scales. What a pleasure! Asbestos' voice was cold and rough, and even though no walls were in sight, it seemed to echo through the flames. He blinked and opened his eyes wider. Cordyite was shocked to see that they were bright and shiny and looked dangerous. It has been a long time. It sure has, murmured Onyx. There was a long, intense silence, and then Onyx spoke again. You have a lot of followers. He cast a wise black eye over Asbestos' army. I'm curious. What have you been doing since your frequent disappearances? Oh, this and that, Asbestos snorted. But since you'll be dead in a moment, no need for me to waste my breath on telling. Many of the dragons on Asbestos' side cackled. To Cordyite, who was already scared enough, the cackling sounded like dragons choking out deer bones. King Onyx neither flinched nor winced. He stayed perfectly calm. Cordyite couldn't help but admire his bravery. The king, after all the laughter stopped, with sour disapproval said, I really want to hear the story. He leaned forward. Why? Why did you leave my tribe? What was your reason? Your tribe, you say? Asbestos sneered. That's the problem. It's your tribe, and it's your